Hi guys, so welcome to day 2 of No More Week. Today I want to actually address something that every parent who has a child that's dating currently, I guess that means 12 years old on up these days, that you should be aware of. 20% of all high school senior girls have experienced domestic violence by the time they graduate high school. That means 1 out of 5 girls in high school will have already had the experience of domestic violence when they graduate. That's rather unsettling. So I started doing some investigating on my own to figure out why that number was like that. I do have a stepdaughter who recently graduated from high school, just 2 years ago. And I asked her if the schools ever addressed what domestic violence was and the signs of it and what a healthy relationship was. And she said no, they do address what safe sex is, and they do address things like that, how to prevent STDs and how to not get pregnant and abstain if that happens to be the policy of that particular county, whatever parish, depending upon the state. But they never actually talk about domestic violence, which means it's up to the parents to talk to their kids about what domestic violence is. And I know you're thinking right now, okay, my kid's 12 years old. They don't even need to worry about what domestic violence is. They're not hitting each other. But domestic violence goes way beyond just hitting. There is psychological abuse that you may not be aware of that goes on. Maybe they have a boyfriend or girlfriend that has to know where they're at all the time. You hear them calling them, hey, where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Who are you with? Who are you with? It's worse than a helicopter parent. Those are signs of types of abuse. You may not realize it. You may not even know what's going on. But it warrants a conversation, whether it's going on or not, with every child you have that's dating, so they know what a healthy relationship looks like. You may have the best relationship in the world with your partner, and that may be what they view as a healthy relationship. But not every child has that opportunity. A lot of families have divorced parents, so they may not know what a healthy relationship looks like. So it is worth your weight in gold to sit down with your child who's dating and say, what do you think a healthy relationship is? And let them talk to you about it and educate them on what domestic violence is. That it's not just about somebody hitting you. It's about somebody taking control of you. That it's about somebody who is trying to control who you are and what you do in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable. Now, I'm going to approach a different subject with this, and unfortunately, some of this control issue is going to be romanticized by a number of books and movies that have recently come out called the 50 Shades of Grey. So everybody's like, oh, I want a guy just like Christian Grey. And I'm going to be very honest, the BDSM lifestyle, that is a lifestyle. But what happens when it goes beyond that lifestyle? High schoolers and younger children are not going to understand that there is a difference between that BDSM lifestyle and abuse when you go beyond what it's actually intended to do. They are going to think that, okay, it's just part of this, but it's not. There is a line there when it becomes unwanted and you've crossed that boundary. Are your kids comfortable enough to come to you or to another adult and say, I don't want this, I need help? If they are not, give them a place to go. Give them a number to call. If you know they're not going to be comfortable coming to you, say, hey, if you ever have a problem that you feel uncomfortable coming to me about that has to do with sex or relationships, here's a number to call. Because any resource you give them is better than none. If you need those numbers or anything, please inbox me. And I will give you all the numbers I can for your county. They can go to their school counselors, which will likely have them if they don't want to go through the schools, because I know everybody is afraid of reporting this, especially in the school systems. I will gladly give you whatever information I can have. Just remember that your child is your responsibility, and they're not getting this information from their school, so they have no idea what somebody may be doing to them is considered domestic violence. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to cover the different types of domestic violence and what may or may not be considered domestic violence. So if you have any questions prior to them, please send them to me, and I will post a video then. Remember that this is No More Week, and change happens here.